Welcome back to Sawtooth Tactical and another Sunday 2A news video. Again, my normal videos generally are range and, stuff about specific guns or equipment. Sundays, I put out videos about the Second Amendment news. Before we get started, I just want to thank everyone that subscribed to the channel, and I want to thank my Patreons. Thank you guys very much. So today's video is about an article I found entitled, "Biden says not to vote for anyone who opposes assault weapons ban, but 3 vulnerable Dems did just that." And just so you guys if you don't know what my stance is, I urge you not to vote for anyone that supports an assault weapons ban. Assault weapons ban. But I'm sure you already knew that if you watch this channel. President Biden said that Americans should not vote for any midterm candidate who does not support the assault weapons ban after several Democrat representatives seeking re-election voted against the ban in July. And that's because they want to get re-elected. Pretty much everything Biden has touched has been poison. It has turned to crap. So these Democrats are being smart by not supporting his assault weapons ban. During a rally for Maryland gubernatorial candidate Wes Moore Thursday, Biden told the crowd of supporters that he is going to ban assault weapons and then proceeded to tell the crowd not to vote for individuals who would not support the ban. I love how much hubris this guy thinks that he has, where he's going to ban assault weapons. And when I say assault weapons, you know that I don't agree with that term. It's just what the article says. They're talking about any semi-automatic weapons and anything with a capacity over 10 rounds. So, this November, you have to ask every candidate, are you for banning assault weapons or not? And if you're not, we're not going to vote for you, period, Biden said in his speech. I can't believe this guy thinks he can do this. For one, we have a legislative process. And Joe Biden is not some all-powerful supreme leader. He can't just do this on its own. Even though the Senate has already passed this, the House of Representatives, the other way around. House of Representatives has passed this, the Senate has not. And hopefully it will not. I love this too. This article just has this very confused looking picture of our president. It's pretty funny. The assault weapon ban passed in the House of Representatives in July on a 217 to 213 vote, which is very, very close. Following the Democrats' push for a ban on semi-automatic weapons after recent mass shootings in Uvalde, Texas and Buffalo, New York. The bill was sent to the Senate, where it has not received a vote. Biden says Second Amendment is not absolute in call to reinstate assault weapons bans. The Second Amendment actually is absolute. Shall not be infringed is about as clear as language as is in the entire Constitution. So there is that. 5 sitting House Democrats opposed the assault weapon ban, including 3 vulnerable Democrats who are facing tough re-election races this fall. And that is very smart of them. If they're facing tough races this fall, that means that in their areas, there are probably people that aren't going along with all this new age, liberal, progressive bullshit. And most people, if they could see the writing on the wall, they see what's going on in our country right now, they realize that now, more than any other time, except for around 1776, maybe even more than then, we need our Second Amendment and we need the right to be able to protect ourselves against all threats, foreign and domestic. Representative Henry Cooler, Democrat from Texas, Representative Vicente Gonzalez, Democrat from Texas, and Representative Jared Golden, Democrat from Maine, are 3 Democrats seeking re-election who voted against the assault weapon ban. 2 of them from Texas. Smart guys. Fox News Digitals reached out to the vulnerable Democrats, asking them their thoughts on Biden telling Americans not to vote for them in November. None of them responded. In Biden's speech, he also fired shots at the Republican Party, calling them semi-fascist, and claiming that the MAGA Republicans don't just threaten our personal rights and economic security, They're a threat to our very democracy. They refuse to accept the will of the people. They embrace political violence. They don't believe in democracy. But if you have paid any attention to what this current regime has been up to, they are literally the definition of fascist. I know they love to call conservatives fascists, but everything they've been doing, and I'm not going to go into all the details because I'm sure, hopefully, you've been paying attention like I have. They are literally, it's a fascist thing to try to disarm the people. The only way that you can control a population completely and exert your will upon them is if you disarm them. And that has happened in fascist regimes throughout history. And the result has always been horrible, horrible things happening. Republicans have taken a different stance on guns, calling for attention to be directed towards America's mental health crisis rather than supporting the assault weapons ban. What do you know? Because you know what? Those of us that are healthy mentally, we own guns and they don't harm anyone. Texas Governor Greg Abbott talked about the ban following the Uvalde school shooting in his state, highlighting how he feels there is a mental health crisis rather than an assault weapon issue. Ever since Texas has been a state, an 18-year-old has been able to buy a long gun. It's only in the last decade or two when we had school shootings. So for a century and a half, 18-year-olds could buy rifles and we didn't have school shootings, but we do now. Maybe we're focusing our attention on the wrong thing. Greg Abbott, not an idiot. Obviously, you know, when I was in high school, and I'm not that old, I'm going to be 40 this year, there were kids that went to school with their pickups with rifle racks behind the back seat. And they'd either have a hunting rifle or a shotgun back there a lot of the time, and it wasn't an issue. It wasn't against school rules, and nobody ever got shot. So the guns aren't the problem. The people that are committing these atrocities are the problem. And the Democrats don't want to focus on that because that doesn't help their narrative. See, that's the thing. They don't care about us. They don't care about the people. They don't care about these school shootings. They just want to disarm us. And these things help their narrative move forward. And they use these atrocities as an excuse to try to disarm the population so that they can exert their will upon us. Is what it is. These are not assault weapons. These are semi-automatic firearms. It is what it is. If you like this video, please leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think about what's going on. And hopefully you're on the side of the Second Amendment. If you're not, I'm still glad you're watching my videos. Maybe you can learn something. Please leave me a like. Please share this video. And please subscribe to the channel. We're working on getting to 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to grow the channel, get this message to more people to support the Second Amendment. From Sawtooth Tactical, stay strapped or get clapped.